We are here today. I am here alongside of you to learn how we are able to steward our finances better, how we're able to implement through biblical principles, being Christians, and how we are able to accomplish that goal. Poverty is a big thing. Not knowing exactly how to utilize your finances well is a big thing anywhere you are. And we know right now we're living in some times. So, what better way than to have a man of God who has been taught this himself, who can teach us exactly the way and the blueprint to be able to create a space for us where we're able to steward our finances better.
My sister Davina, thank you for that great introduction. But more importantly, we're going to learn. I know we're here to learn. It's not about me, my sister, or anything else. We're here to learn, and I wanna go just to that right away. So I will be sharing my screen here, so we can all get started the right way. All right, so I will be sharing my screen. Can everyone see my screen? Can you see this screen? Purpose Financial School.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, great. And guys, if you want to speak, you can unmute yourself and speak. And I would like interaction. This is a class. This is not a church service. We will put God first in everything we do, but this is a class, and I expect your interaction. So you can unmute yourself and speak. Now, for my friends, if English is a little bit of a problem, I'll try to go very slow so you can hear. And if you have questions, you can put the questions on the chart. Like Davina was talking, the chart is at the bottom there. You just push chart, and then you can put your question there, and we'll try to answer later on. We will be doing just a little bit summary before we get started. We'll be doing these classes every Saturday, and each session is very important. We will not be allowing anyone to come to the next session without at least attending or watching the video from the first session. So it is important that you pay attention, and I hope you have a piece of paper or a notebook and pen, and that you are taking notes. This is not entertainment. This is learning, and we're going to learn very crucial stuff that are going to change your life and the life of those who are coming after you. So pay attention and buckle up. We're going to learn. So Purpose Financial School is the name of this course, and we are going to learn it together. Now, this class is free. We're not charging anyone any money. So this is a free class. But just because it's free, it does not mean that is not powerful and important for you. So I want you to know that we could have charged money. Other people do charge money for a class like this. I decided to do a free class, and then we will see what the future holds. All right. With that said, Purpose Financial School. What is this? What are we about to embark on? Purpose Financial School is a community of individuals committed to achieving financial freedom through smart decisions, entrepreneurship, and investments. These members have discovered or they are discovering their purpose and are determined to pursue their God-given goal. Purpose is the reason we live, the why behind every action that we take. Members see a big picture beyond themselves, aspiring to impact the world by serving their unique callings. This is very important, and this separates this class from other classes. This is not just about making money. Making money is very important, and we're going to teach you a lot about that. But this is more importantly about your self-discovery, your identity, and your purpose, and the reason why you are here in this world. And then understanding that money is just a tool that you're given to help you fulfill your purpose. So money is not the primary thing. God and purpose are the primary things that we're going to focus on. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you came with the mindset that we're going to learn a quick way to become a millionaire tomorrow, then you are in the wrong class. It focuses on sound principles that create sustainable wealth. Members understand that success requires time, dedication, and discipline, and they are ready to overcome challenges along the way. Purpose Millionaire School is not an investment fund or a pooled group capital. Each member makes their own investment decisions, but they receive education, exposure, and tools to grow. Members learn from financial experts and successful entrepreneurs to develop practical wealth building skills. So you will learn from me, and you will learn from other people as we continue with these classes. This is the introductory class. Moving on, you will be learning from me still, but also sometimes you will learn from other people. We have core principles here, and if you feel like you align yourself with these principles, then we can work together. We put God first, a God-first mindset. Also, we value learning, because we understand the person who stops learning is the person who stops to grow. If you are not learning, you are not growing. And also, we talk about long-term planning. This is not a quick scheme, it's a long-term strategy. And also, we will be teaching about strategic investments. And also, our core values also, it's an entrepreneurial mindset. We want you to have that entrepreneurial mindset. And also, network building, we understand is very important, very crucial to our success. Now, I want to talk a little bit about characteristics of future millionaires. Someone who is not a millionaire there now, but they become millionaires in the future. What are their characteristics? And maybe you can also borrow or implement some of these characteristics. Maybe you don't want to be a millionaire, it's okay, but you want to have financial freedom. They are the same principles and they are the same characteristics. They do have, number one, discipline and patience. People who succeed financially, they are very disciplined. They do not squander their money. They are very careful on how they spend their money, and they are patient. They don't panic when things don't go their way. They don't panic. They are very patient. Another characteristic is that they have risk tolerance, a high risk tolerance. They can invest carefully, but they know how to balance risk, and they can tolerate risk, and they know how to work on risk versus reward. Number 3, they are resilient and they can adapt to things when things change. Anytime they are able to adapt and change. I want you to listen to these characteristics very carefully, because if you're going to be successful financially, you need them. Number 4, they continuously learn. They do not stop learning. There's a saying that says, poor people think they already know. Rich people learn and grow. You can write that down. Poor people think they already know. Rich people learn and grow. Continuous learning is a very good and important characteristic of financially successful people. Number 5, they set clear financial goals. They know exactly what they want. They set goals to reach those milestones, and they don't let anything distract them from achieving those goals. So the goals have to be clear. A clear goal is not you saying, I want to have a lot of money. That is not a clear goal. What does that mean? A clear goal will be something like, in the next year, I want to accumulate or to save or to invest $20,000 or $10,000 or $5,000 or $1,000. Goals are measurable, and they are clear, and they are very specific. Financially successful people are very specific. They are not trying and see. They know exactly what they want. They set goals. So in this class, and as we move on, I will be challenging you to set financial goals. They will be measurable and they will be realistic. But I want you to know that is a characteristic that you cannot succeed without. Commitment to action. Work very hard for startup money. I'm looking for people who are committed. I know some of you joined. I don't know everyone's position. I know some of you have some money to invest. Some of you don't have money to invest. Some of you don't even have an income. Some of you have an income coming. Some of you, probably you're already at a higher level. You just want to take it to another level. It's all good. But for someone here, if you came to this class and maybe you don't have a steady income, you need to settle that first. We cannot talk about investment if there's no money coming in. So as we teach, at some point, I will be teaching you about the 4 types of work, and you will see yourself where you fit in, and then you can decide what you want to do as the income is concerned. But also, commitments will be in investment in stocks, real estate, and other assets like bonds, hedge funds, or whatever it is, whether you're investing in a firm or whatever that you feel it works for you. We will talk about all those things during our course. Number 3, I will challenge and encourage for those of you who can to build a business. Why is that? Because your boss's income is never enough. What you earn from your employment is important, and it can give you some money for startup. But if you want to build financial wealth, if you can, it is important that you start a business. I also do business consulting, and we can talk about that for those who are interested in those areas. Number 4, develop multiple income streams. You cannot depend on one income stream, because one day if that is cut out, then you will go to bankrupt. You want to develop multiple income streams, and we will talk more about those things, what they mean. Number 5, you are going to be committed to live below your means. What does this mean? That you are not spending all the income that comes to you. If you're spending all your money, then you will be poor forever. It's just that simple. But if you're living below your means, it means you are left with money that you can allocate to invest and do other things. So you don't need to be competing with other people, how they live, what they drive, the house they live in. That is not what you need to do. You need to focus on your goals by living below your means. I know we have some ladies with the desires to have jewelries and purses and shoes and stuff like that. And we have some gentlemen here, you want to change cars every year. You want to look like you're all successful before you really are. That will not give you financial freedom. You have to live below your means. And as we are beginning this year, and with everything going on around the world, this point cannot be more emphasized. Mindset and motivation. Setting clear financial goals, like I already said. Develop a growth mindset. I want to challenge you to be intentional about growth. Successful people, they invest in their growth. Most of the very valuable things I've learned about finance and about life in general, I had to invest money to learn those things. Some people, they find it very difficult to invest money to learn. But if you're not investing to your development and growth, you will simply not grow. So develop a growth mindset, which will be followed up by actions. Number 3, surround yourself with supportive people. Number 4, and this is what we're doing right now, supportive people. This group right here, we are that group that you need to surround yourself with, because we want to support you, we want to walk with you, we want to pray with you, we want to encourage you, we want to cheer you up to your success. So that is what we want to do together. Number 4, stay disciplined. And number 5, you celebrate small wins. If you win a little bit something, you celebrate. Don't be too serious, don't be too hard on yourself because you have not reached your goal. I want to pause there as I continue. Before I continue, I want to see if there's anybody with questions or any question. Can you all still hear me? Somebody unmute and say if you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
All
Yes, I can.
All right. Great.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I continue. purpose milestone.
Okay.
I want to teach about these milestones, and then you can see yourself where you are as we dive into where we're going. There is a saying, it says this: the only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. If you have a whole bigger elephant, you want to eat it. Obviously, I don't eat elephant meat. I hope you don't. I never been exposed to that, and even if I do, I'll say no. But the only way to eat, well, it's telling my internet is unstable, but I hope you can still hear me, is to take one bite at a time. Becoming a millionaire can seem overwhelming, but the secret lies in taking consistent steps towards measurable milestones. Each level marks progress in knowledge, discipline, and financial stewardship. Let me see what's in the chat group. I see it popped up. See there are messages down here. Okay. Somebody say, I like the idea of having a supporting group. We need friends who are like-minded for real, who can about someone who can ask. You did your real save this month. I'm just excited. That's great. Thank you for that feedback. I like that feedback. I appreciate it. Okay, so we start at different places and move at different speeds, but the opportunities ahead of us are limitless. Somebody called Sachet, you're doing something. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you're trying to edit anything. Can you please just stay calm and stay muted, please? But the opportunities ahead of us are limitless. The Purpose Millionaire School provides you with knowledge, accountability, and community to help you move through these 9 milestones. Now, guys, let me say this. Each one of us here is at a different place financially. Some of you have zero money. You don't have any money. Nothing is saved. You don't have any steady income. You are at zero. If that's you, then you're fine. You're still at the right place. But some of you have some money saved, and maybe you have not started investing money yet, but you're saving up some money, and that's okay. But even for those who are saving money or investing money, we are at different places. We are not all at the same place. Let me see the charts again here. Somebody asked to talk more about risk tolerance. Okay, thank you, Rachel. Risk tolerance and all those will be discussed in depth in next classes as we continue. So don't miss. So this is the introduction class. It's laying a foundation for where we're going. We will talk more about risk tolerance as we move on. So let me run with this, what we have going on today, and then everything will be on. So I want to talk about these different levels, different places as your goal. These are goals. Remember, you're trying to eat a whole elephant, but you need to take one bite at a time. One bite at a time. One bite at a time. All right. So I named them based on precious natural resources that we have on Earth. Topaz. Okay. So write this down because I don't know where you are. Topaz is a foundation stage. This is where somebody is trying to save up their first $1,000 so they can have something to grow and be able to invest. You begin your journey by saving your first $1,000. This milestone represents control over spending and the discipline to set aside capital. Very important. Anyone here, if you don't have $1,000, this is your next mission. You're gonna do whatever you have to do. If you have to make bricks and sell them, that is what you're going to do. If you're going to cut spending because you have income coming but you're spending too much, that is what you're going to do. If you don't have $1,000 saved or invested, this is our beginning point. And moving on to the next classes, and to those who will be interested to get coaching, I will be coaching you to make sure that you have that $1,000 put in place and where to put it and all that kind of stuff. The next level is Sapphire, which is $5,000. This is a stability stage. You have learned to budget wisely and maintain consistent saving habits. You are developing a rhythm of financial responsibility. Let me see the chat. Somebody says something there. Okay, she said that's good. Okay, all right. Number three is Emerald. It's a $10,000. It's a growth stage. Your money is now working for you through small investments or side hustle. You are learning the basics of return and risk management, and we'll talk about what that looks like practically. Ruby, $25,000. Now, for my friends in other parts of the world, you can translate this to your own currency. For example, my sister, my niece, and others who are in Tanzania, or I had a gentleman from Uganda and other parts of, I had somebody, I don't know if they joined from UK. You can use the exchange rates and see how much this is in your currency in your country right now. But Ruby is $25,000, and this is a momentum stage. When you get to Ruby, you're on a momentum. Your mindset has shifted from saving to building. You are diversifying income resources and tracking your progress towards financial independence. Number 5 is 50 grand. This is Diamond. It's wealth foundation stage. You built a stable portfolio and clear financial plan. You are no longer just surviving, you start to thrive. Platinum. Somebody has a question, I hear somebody talking. If not, I will continue. Guys, if you have a question, you can also interrupt me while I'm talking. Platinum is 100 grand, 100,000. It's expansion stage. You've learned to use systems, automation, and discipline to grow your wealth. You are now mentoring others and strengthening your network. Number 7 is Titanium, 250 grand, strategic growth stage. Number 8 is Crown, is $500,000 influence stage. And number 9 is Legacy, which is your goal to be a millionaire has been achieved. You've achieved financial freedom and are focused on generational impact, building wealth that outlives you, guided by purpose and values. Guys, if you read the book of Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18, it says, "You shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he swore to your fathers, as it is this day." Why do I talk about purpose in the context of money? I do believe in creation, and I do believe that God put us here on earth for a reason. That reason is what I call purpose. Purpose is the reason that something exists. So I do believe that we're not here just for no reason. We are here for a reason. Everybody has a unique calling and mission that he has or she has to accomplish. He says, "It is he who gives you power to get wealth." That word power is packed with so many things inside of it. What is this power that God gives people to get wealth? This power, it can be so many different things. It was different things for the children of Israel. And I do believe part of that is the knowledge that you need to have so you can be successful. That is why people say knowledge is power. You don't know what you don't know. So once you know something, it gives you power and ability to thrive. So I'm inviting you to first explore your purpose. Why in the world are you here? Why are you here in this world? Why do you live? Why are you still here? Some of you are young, some of you are a little bit older. Why are you here? You need to find that reason. Now, that purpose can be a big picture, but is attached with other small things like your family, or a specific area of your calling. Some people, your why, the why you want to succeed, maybe is your family. Maybe you want to give your family something that you never had when you was young, when you was growing up. You don't want to be the same person you grew up. You don't want your children to inherit the same. You want to create a path for them to succeed. If that is your why, then that's good. One person said this: "It is not your mistake to be born poor, but it is your mistake if you die poor." Why? Because God has given us the abilities to fight poverty. Now, I'm not saying that it's easy to be financially free. It's not easy. It's never easy. It's gonna take all your effort and all your might. You're gonna have to deny yourself with a lot of things. You're gonna have to stay up when others are sleeping. You're gonna have to run when others are crawling. You're gonna have to do things that you don't wanna do because you want to go where others don't want to go. It is important that you pay the price for where you are trying to go. Now, I'm gonna stop this page right now, and I'm gonna allow some questions before I jump to the next page that I'm going to share. If anybody has a question about that foundation, then I'm gonna jump to the next page that I wanna finish with. Then we will be good. So anyone with any question, any comment so far?
Hey, Brother Amos.
Yes.
I didn't, for number 7, strategic growth stage, I didn't get the amount and what specific name it falls under. Thank you, titanium. Yep, I got you. Thank you.
Now,
Appreciate you.
all right, great. Anybody else with any question about this section? All right. Are you guys learning something? Anyone learning anything?
Question. So, I would, of course, again, like you said, if you're here for a get rich quick blueprint, you're in the wrong space, right? But there is there is a timeline, and the timeline is you, correct? How well you steward, what you save, where you maximize your expenses that are in, correct? If you could just dab into that and speak on that.
Let's go there on the next thing that I want to share.
Okay. All right.
All right. Can you guys see this? Purpose Financial School. Can anyone say, I can see this, then I'll move on. I'll keep on going.
Yes, I can see.
Thank you. All right. So guys, I want you to take notes. Take notes, write points down. This is a class. This is not entertainment. This is a class. So take notes. Take notes. And so you can be able to even ask questions later on and follow up things. These are tools that you're going to use and change your life. I see somebody ask something in the chart. Say that's good. I can see. Okay, great. All right. Purpose Financial School, practical steps for lasting wealth. Practical. Underline the word practical if you're taking notes, because if you don't put them to work, nothing will change. If you do not implement them, nothing will change. You have to put them to work. All right. Now, what's the agenda here? We are going to understand financial freedom, to assess your current situation, to build smart money habits, to develop multiple income streams, and we're going to talk about long-term wealth strategies. This is our first topic in this class or this course, Purpose Financial School. We're going to talk about steps. These are Purpose Financial Freedom steps. Purpose Financial Freedom steps. These are the steps.
It's really small to read, Amos. Can you read those over just one more time for me, please?
Sure.
Understand financial freedom, and then, yes.
Understanding financial freedom is the first one. The second one is assess your current situation. Number 3 is build smart money habits. Number 4 is develop multiple income streams. Number 4 now, I think, 5, long-term wealth strategies.
Thank you.
Your work. All right. Now, understanding financial freedom. What is financial freedom? You've heard this before. Can anyone tell me what financial freedom is? Anyone? Just from what you understand.
I understand that financial freedom is being able to get what you want to get anytime you want to get it because you have the money.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Jerry. By the way, good to see you here. Now, the ability to get what you want when you want to get it, because you have the means to do it. All right. Great. Anybody else? All right.
You're limited with your stress levels of you're able to get your needs and your wants met.
Great. That's another great definition right there. So let's look into that. One definition that I had put on my book, I found it from NASDAQ. For you investors, you know what NASDAQ is. It is a state where you have complete control over your finances, allowing you to make choices based on your desires and goals, rather than being limited by how much things cost. That is not on the slide. It is the state where you have complete control over your finances. The finances are not controlling you, you are controlling them, and they are enabling you to make choices based on your desires and goals, rather than being limited by how much things cost.
Can you repeat it, please?
It is a state where you have complete control over your finances, allowing you to make choices based on your desires and goals, rather than being limited by how much things cost. Now, coming back to my slide here, what it means, it's enabling choice and security. It gives sufficient wealth to cover essentials without active work. If you're financially free, whether you work or not, your life is just fine. You are working because you choose to work, not because you have to work. You're working because of the impact that you want to make, not because you're not going to be able to eat if you don't work. Financial freedom puts you in that place. Why does it matter? It gives you greater financial security, which correlates with lower stress, and it improves your well-being. Financial freedom, it helps with lowering your stress and improves your well-being. And guys, you know, people are dying today like crazy because of stress and depression and all those kind of things. And the number one reason is money. There's a lot of divorce going on. Marriages are splitting. The number one reason for divorce in the world is not sexual immorality, it's money. So financial freedom, it gives you... Somebody, you have a background noise, can you mute it, please? Hello? Somebody mute yourself, you have a background noise. Thank you. All right, I want you looking at the chat. Those comments are great. Keep them coming whenever you can. All right, so and empowers you also. Why does it matter? Number two, we are still at number two there, second place there. It empowers your purpose. Financial freedom empowers your purpose. If you feel like you need to do things and touch other lives, and God is calling you to do this, maybe to help children, maybe to finance a risk, to do a research somewhere, maybe to preach the gospel, maybe to go and help the poor somewhere, maybe just at your local church, or maybe to help your family members. If you don't have the resources to do that, no matter how big your vision is, you cannot succeed. Financial freedom gives you the power to pursue your purpose. Very important. And because we have established that we are here for a reason, we are purpose-driven people. God placed us here for a reason. We're not here to waste time. We're here to represent God here on earth. Then He would want us to have the resources and the means to be able to do that. So it is important that we pay attention to why financial freedom is important. It's not just so you can show off and say, now I have another car, now I'm blinging. You know, all those things are good, but there's a bigger picture. How to achieve? You have to plan carefully. Underline the word carefully. Save consistently and invest strategically to build passive income. Plan carefully, save consistently, invest strategically to build passive income. Passive income is where it's at. And we'll talk more about those things as we move on. All right, so as we look into that, financial independence, there are myths. So we wanna unveil myths versus facts. There are things that are said there out there which they are not professional. They are myths. Number one myth is that you can have instant wealth. That is a myth. Independence does not happen overnight. It takes consistent effort and planning. Very important. Now, it does not mean that you cannot inherit wealth from generations before you. You can. Or maybe you won a lottery, although I don't believe in lottery. But even if you do get money that you didn't expect, that it just falls to you, if you do not plan and have a clear plan with what you just inherited, that money is going to disappear. We've heard stories of people who won lottery, or some people who became famous very quickly. They accumulated a lot of money and they didn't know what to do with it, and they ran bankrupt so quick because they didn't know how money worked. This course will teach you how money works so you can be able to prosper. The fact that correlates with that is that financial independence is a gradual process. It is a gradual process. It's a long-term budgeting, saving, and investing drive, which drives sustainable independence. Very important. Now, you can go fast if you're more disciplined and you're doing the things the right way, but you need to understand things don't happen overnight. They don't happen overnight, but you can shorten the duration based on what exactly you're doing, where you invest your money, and how careful you are with those investments, and who is helping you to manage them and stuff like that. Another myth, only for high earners. People think financial independence is only for high earners. You come from this Rockefeller family, you come from President Donald Trump family, or from just some other people from Wall Street or from Hollywood, or for my friends in Africa, maybe you're lucky to be born by this famous politician or one of the few successful business people. That is a myth. Financial independence does not just come from high earners. Income level alone doesn't determine your path to independence. Income level alone does not determine your path to independence. A fact is that it is accessible to all. Financial independence is accessible to all. No matter where you are, no matter how your background looks like, financial independence is accessible to all of us. If you just know the right things and do those things, financial independence is for you also. All right. I jump into assessing your financial situation. And this is something that I'm asking everyone to get into doing. Evaluate income, expenses, and debts. And as I'm doing that, I'm observing the time because I want to be wrapping up in the next very few minutes. Catalog your income streams. What does this mean? You need to list all your salaries, your side work, your passive inflows to define your monthly baseline. I want you, when you go after this, maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's tonight, list all your income that comes to you, your salaries, your side work, anything that you receive on a monthly basis. I want you to list down that income. The second thing that you're going to do is to map your expenses clearly. Separate fixed and variable costs to spot leaks and saving opportunity. Separate fixed and variable costs to spot leaks and savings opportunities. So you're going to list all your expenses, everything. Where does your money go? And for those who I will be coaching, you will work with me. There's a form that you're going to fill out when I'm coaching you. It shows like where all your money goes. I'm tracking every penny of your money, every single one of your penny. Where does your money go? Even if you're buying nails, ladies, or you're doing makeup, or your hair, or your purses, or gentlemen and ladies, if you like to eat out, you're spending money in the restaurants, whatever you're doing, or wherever you're buying coffee, you're buying soda, you're buying chips in mayai, whatever it is that you're doing, you need to list where your money goes on a monthly basis. We need to track every dollar, every shilling, every franco, whatever it is, every yen. We need to track them because we want to know where your money is going. Now, for the sake of these classes, you write that. I don't need to see that because this is just a class. If you happen to be poached by me, then I will be needing to see those things. All right. Then you assess your debts and see how much you owe. If you have any money that you owe anywhere, compare balances, rates, terms. Average US household debt is 14K, and this is average. That means there are people who have a lot of money that they owe, but you need to assess your debt, and then you can have a plan to get rid of it. Track in real time. Use apps for live monitoring to prioritize payments and decisions. So guys, this slide, I want to end it here because I don't want to keep on staying. I know people, they can handle so much, only so much. But if anyone has a question about the slide that I just showed, I'm welcoming question. questions. And if anyone has any question about any of the things that we've spoken about so far, I am welcoming questions. Like I say, this is introduction, and we are going to learn more as we move on. But my goal is not just to talk and inspire you without giving you the tools that you need to succeed. So for those of you who just want to benefit from this class, you will still benefit. For those of you who are serious, maybe you have a little bit money saved up, or maybe you will start to save up money and you want to now practically start to invest your money and diversify your portfolios, and you want to learn all that. You want me to be your financial coach, I can also do that. That's going to be a different arrangement. This class is for free, but for those who want to take the next step, we're going to have to talk. But we will be doing these classes every Saturday. I want you to lock in this time every Saturday, because like we've learned, we need this community for accountability. We need this community for learning, because successful people learn. And I will be bringing different people here sometimes. They will teach different things. You will hear stories from successful people, people who have done it, people who are leading the way. You will be inspired, but you'll be challenged to get out of your comfort. So before I can speak to finish, let me allow if anyone has any question or any comment so far, then I can say my final remarks. Somebody say, thank you so much. For sure, I saw my money goes to cosmetics and restaurants. Ha ha ha. Thank you once again for opening my eyes. Great. I like that kind of feedback. And guys, we have a WhatsApp group. For those of you who are not in the WhatsApp group, I would like for you to join us there. Somebody asked, how does financial freedom differ from being rich? Okay. Great question. Great question. All right. So there's a slight difference, and also there's similarity. Being rich, it just means that you accumulate, whether it's money or it depends on you being rich on what. Some people are rich on knowledge. Some people are rich on love. They love a lot. They care a lot. They are rich in that. So rich means you have abundance. If you're rich, you have a lot. You have abundance. But financial freedom, at least from the perspective of this course, from Purpose Financial School, financial freedom, it gives you the ability to do the things that you are supposed to be doing for your life to fulfill your purpose. Now, when it comes to financial freedom, there are things that are needs and some things that are wants. Needs are things that we cannot go without. You need a shelter, you need food, you need water, excuse me, you need to pay for your mortgage or for your electricity. You need to pay phone bills. You need to feed your children. Those are needs. But wants are things that you can go without. So financial freedom, it gives you the ability both to acquire your needs and your wants. But somebody who is financially free the right way, they are cautious. They are not just squandering their money. You enjoy your money, you enjoy your life, but at the same time, you do care about your calling, your purpose, and your mission here in the world. And that is what I insist on. We want to make money, but we don't want money to control us. Remember, the Bible says you cannot serve God and mammon and money. So if you're going to be successful the right way, God has to be number one. Nothing can replace the space of God in your heart. God has to be number one. Then he can make you prosper. If he can trust you, remember even the Bible says if you can be trusted with a little, you can be trusted with much, with more. So make sure your heart is right. Money does not run your life, does not control your life. Money is the means for you to live happily without stress and be able to help others as well in the process. So, yeah.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yes, please. Who is that?
Yeah, that's a very good
Introduce
question.
yourself, please.
Oh, my name is Dr. Alan Robutaza.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm one of the students here.
Welcome, doctor.
Yeah, so, all right. Jemima, you asked a very good question right there. How does financial freedom differ from being rich? Okay, I'm just going to be very brief, okay? So, somebody can be rich, but not financially free, right? Actually, being, so being rich, let's say, I'm going to use an example of these professional athletes, okay? They may make $1 million a year, okay? They're rich, but they're not financially free because their expenses are so huge. Sometimes they can make $1 million, but then they spend like $1 million and maybe $300,000. So, and then they use debt. Okay, they have like a lot of debt. So once the money stops coming in, if they retire, let's say once they retire, because the expenses are so big and they have like there's no more income coming in, they suffer, they go bankrupt. Just like the way we learned today about passive income. So being financially free is about, setting up a system that gives you passive income in such a way that you don't need to work. You don't need to put you don't need to use your time, passive income, and the passive income brings you in money without you having to work. So that's the difference. So you can be rich but not financially free. The idea behind is to be financially free in such a way that the passive income, once you have passive income, the system of passive income that gives you enough money to cover all your expenses, then you can retire at any time. So people who are financially free are those people who are who don't need to go to work. They have the system set up in such a way that they don't need to work, they don't go bankrupt, they don't do whatever. So it's about being disciplined. So that's the difference between being rich and being financially free. Being financially free basically is being wealthy. So there's a difference between being rich and wealthy. So that's the difference. That's a very good question right there. I'm done.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Somebody want to say something?
Okay, I want to say thank you so much for answering my question.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. All right. Thank you so much. Let me see the chat here. We are finishing up. So somebody say wonderful class. Thank you for appreciating. I need to ask you guys to set this time every Saturday. We're gonna come to the class. This is a class. Once you get started, you don't stop. We're gonna continue where we left off next time, and you don't know what's gonna happen next time, so don't miss out. Whether we're gonna have somebody else with us or not, I don't know yet, but don't miss out. Every day is different, every day is special. We're gonna be equipped so we can be successful. I want to challenge you to put everything that you've learned today to work. Start small. I don't know if you're topaz or you're titanium or where you are, or if you're a diamond, but nevertheless, make sure you are starting somewhere and you're building towards your goal, and we're gonna build together. So my sister Davina, if you're still here, do you have anything else to say before we close?
Just wanted to say how empowering this class is, and if we all take in exactly the tools that you're giving us, I don't see why we can't build a better community, a better world. This is definitely bigger than us, and I'm excited. I'm excited for what's next. I'm excited for the right now, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and with God in the center of it all, I mean, that's the win. That's the win. We appreciate you, brother.
Amen.
And your yes, it's your yes. It's your yes why there was at least 18 to 19, maybe 20 people. I'm not sure exactly the maximum count we had. I know some people probably had to get back to their regular scheduled programs, but that's a nice starter class to begin with. So yeah, we're thankful for your yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you for playing your part. I do appreciate you, and thank you all for joining us today. I'm gonna end it here. Let's put to work things that we've learned today. When we come next time, I'm gonna be asking some questions about what has changed. What has changed after what we've learned today? What have you changed? So get ready to be asked a question next week about what changed. God bless you all. We love you. We'll be praying for you.
Close us out, Brother Amos. Can you close us out in a short prayer? It doesn't have to be anything long.
Yes. I will do that. Dear Lord Jesus, we thank you for this moment. Thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you for this moment that you've given us to learn. Father, we know that without you, everything we do has no meaning. We therefore appreciate this moment. I pray that you equip my brothers and sisters and everyone who joined us today, and myself. I pray that you give us the power and the ability to implement what you're teaching us. And I pray that you open doors, God. Some people feel like they've been stuck. But oh God, I pray that you will open doors for each one, for everyone. I pray that, oh God, this year will not be like any other year for the people who came to this course. We give you glory for what you're doing. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right, everyone. Thank you, everyone.